Hey y'all, time for another video. The reason I'm doing this video is because it seems like a lot of people have trouble with measurements being too small and maybe too many 1 pixel like areas on their images, which creates measurements that are the same, like say fold number 35 is 1.5 and 1.5. So I'm going to use an example of an image that was giving one of our members problems. So the first thing we'll do is open up paintnet, and then I'm going to go get the image the way it was sent to me, and then put in the measurements that she needs, and I'll show you some of the trouble areas. Okay? Open up your paintnet. You may have to come in close there, honey. And we won't have kittens bothering us today either. All right, let's go get our picture. So I'll go to File, Open, and it's right here, soccer ball. It's in my downloads. Normally I would put this in my book folding folder, but I'm not going to be making the pattern. I'm just using this as an example. Click on it. Okay. So I don't know if you can see real well, but right here at the 0 centimeter line is how tall this image goes. So if you were to use it just as is, you would have impossible measurements. Also, notice there's a lot of shaded area around it, and Pixel Counter will end up picking that up, and you'll end up getting measurements for these as well. So first of all, before we do the editing of the picture, let's get it in the right size. Go up to Image, Resize. All right. Another problem I saw, some people had this box checked, maintain aspect ratio. Don't have that on there because you need to be able to change these from each other. So let's say your book is 600 pages, which means you have 300 sheets. So your width will be your 300. Your height of your book in centimeters, let's use 20 centimeters as an example. Do not change your resolution here. If you do, you will end up with tons of measurements. Just leave it as is in the resize. Now click OK. And now you notice that we have it at 20 centimeters according to our ruler here on the side. But you notice it is right at the very top of your paper, your page. So you're still going to have to correct that. So since we're going to be having to erase this shadow here, let's resize this now, the image size. And to do that, go over to your tool, rectangle select. If you need me to slow down. And now go over here at the very top edge of your image, because you want to bring this in a little bit, and you want to bring this down a little bit. So left click, drag your box over, and let up on the left click, then release. Now go back over to Tool, move selected pixels. See how it made a dotted line all the way around your selection? You're going to go up to the top with your little hand and pull it down. And I like to have it, right there will be 1 centimeter. Let's take it to 1.5. That way your folds aren't going to be so little and it won't sit right at the top of your book. This is fine right here. because we're going to be erasing anyway. And let's bring it in just a little bit by grabbing those edges. Do you notice now you have a really skinny, tall soccer ball?
No.
So I'm going to bring it up a little bit more. It'll sit a little better in your book. All right, got it? Now go back to Tool and Rectangle Select and just click anywhere. And that gets rid of that dotted, highlighted area. Now we're going to have to do some erasing to get rid of these and that shadowy area too. But first I want to change this to my just pure black and white and look at our contrast first. So go up to Adjustments, Black and White. It's still kind of shadowy for me. So go to Brightness, Contrast. And move your box over so you can see what it's doing. Start moving this, and you notice that it took away a lot of those shadows, didn't it? If you went like this. Are you laughing at me? Oh. Okay, so, but it also removed your lines on the side. And I don't know if, I guess I'm going to draw the lines in because I want to get rid of those shadows. Let's check contrast. Look at, you do that, and now you don't have your lines anymore. There, we brought back some lines, didn't we? I'm going to try to get a happy medium here, where I have less lines to draw. Okay, so you see what I'm doing by just kind of playing around a little bit. Okay, that way it gave me a little idea of where my line's going to have to be and what I'm going to have to erase. Okay. Okay. Select OK. All right, now let's go down to here where you have your magnifying and increase our magnification. Scroll up. You can see we have a lot of cleaning up to do. Go to your tool. I prefer to use paintbrush versus eraser. So select paintbrush. And we want to get rid of a lot quickly. So we're going to increase our brush width to like 40 right now. So it's going to be really big. See your big circle? Now right click and hold. And you can clean. You want to get rid of all those stray colors. See those little black dots go away? Those would have shown up as a measurement. And you would have had stray measurements.
I keep looking at the screen instead of looking at the phone.
Okay, I see a stray one right here. Maybe it's my dirty screen. I have a terribly dirty computer screen. Okay, so we don't want to do too much. We'll do as far as we can, but you don't want to erase your black lines, so we'll do finer detail in a minute. But get rid of all the big areas. And you already know your soccer ball comes down around the edge here. So I'm going to get as close to it as I can. Okay, so let's decrease our size of our brush width back down a little bit. About a 10. That to me, it's still, see, got that. It was a bad pixel. No, this is a spot on the screen. They look kind of lightish, bluish gray. So now we're going to clean these up. Clean them up. You're going to be putting your black line down anyway. So you might as well get rid of those while you can. It's a little time consuming. You notice how I went in on the black a little bit, but we're going to increase our check our contrast again in a minute, and that'll clean that up. Okay, we see the edge of our soccer ball. We'll try to keep it as round as we can. You know, it's got to come in here a little bit. Oops. We'll fix this in a minute. Clean up this side. You're still holding right clicking, that erases. If you were to do a left click, you'd be putting down paint. But what we're doing is like putting down white paint, really.
You missed some.
Where? Those are black. Oh, yeah.
One more. Two more. Right there.
To catch, after I'm done with this, I'll increase my magnification to make the pixels even bigger, and then you'll be able to even go over and catch even more stray pixels. But you gotta get it all cleaned up in order to have your pattern work out right.
That might be dirty.
Yeah, I gotta clean my screen. All right, now let's lay down a line. So go to your tool, select line curve. We don't want a 10 because I think that's kind of big. Let's see. Yeah. Undo. Go to about 3. Let's see how that works. Nope, that's still too big. I think that's a 3 pixel size. For now, let's lay it down as a 1. Okay, let's go down here and we're going to decrease the size. Makes it easier to work with. And we can see the line we need to lay down. We're just making little, because you don't want it a straight line. You want a kind of little bit of a curve to it. Let's start here. Okay, let's go do another little bit. And then those I'm gonna do, see how we still had some stray pixels there. Okay, I'm left clicking here, just in case you were wondering. Okay, let's get zoom out. Looks pretty good.
Got to do the top ones.
Top ones?
Yeah, you need a line going on this top edge, all
No,
around to the top. Yes, to the top edge of that, and then around there. Because it's a ball, it's not a lump.
What are you talking? I need another line from here around?
Yeah. To come around from here, meets the
Okay.
crest of this, and from that comes down to this one.
That's not working. Spline, Bezier. Let's try that instead. That didn't seem to work. Now it's working a little better. And you need to come here?
Mm-hmm. It's got to meet at the crest of that black.
That didn't work. Got to meet at the crest of here?
The crest of the black, yeah.
I don't like how that's looking.
No, because you're... This other line, this first line that you put in, should come to the crest of that, not above it.
Like that?
Yeah.
And then
From the same crest.
from here.
Yep. Leave that one on the crest.
And then now we want another one.
That'll come right around to that black spot on the side. Think of it as a three-dimensional
Right over to
object.
here? No, from here.
Yeah.
It's not curving well.
You need more curve points. You gotta move those other curve points up. And that's up too high, you're off the apex.
I say just leave it. I can't do a curve very well.
Watch.
Let me
go.
see if I can
Let
do
go.
a curve somewhere else.
Let go and let me show you. Let go.
I got him. How about you zoom in, maybe?
You go right from the curve here.
Yeah, it's not curving.
Yeah, you just got to be able to see your line. Okay. Now you can bring this one down. Bring this one down.
Oh, that was handy. Oh, that looks weird. That's better. That looks pretty good. Looks a lot better. It'll clean up the lines here in a minute. Go back up to adjustments and see it increase the contrast again. Let's zoom in.
Okay, you're at 18.5, 1844.
Okay, I'm just going to show you now. Okay, let's end this one and start part 2 of where we're going to clean up the pixels individually and get ready for our pattern. Bye.